got a lot of yard work to do. We got a lot of yard work to do this season. You know, we got projects. We got yard work. We got projects. We got a lot of projects. You know what I'm saying? A lot of projects in the process of, you know what I'm saying? Just the momentum, building up that momentum. It's the season of growth. Everything about to grow. Well, everything is growing. It's showing out in nature. You know? And we coming out. We made it through winter. We made it through winter. So I ain't gonna lie. I can't sleep on my pull-ups now. I can't sleep on my pull-ups not too long. No, we gotta get back. We gotta get back into a consistent routine when it comes to the calisthenics. And this is what it is though, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I'm back into I'm glad we coming back into spring, summer. We got like 2, 3, 4 months maybe of, you know what I'm saying, just some nice, beautiful weather. You know, we really gotta stay locked in. Mentally, physically, we gotta do the work. We gotta walk through the portal. Physically, we gotta walk through the portal. And the only way, you know what I'm saying, you walk through that portal, watch, you walk through the portal, this is what happens. Zoom. I'm only going by 9. I'm going by 9. So you walk through the portal, transformation. But it's been a minute since I've been live anyway. I ain't gonna lie. Look, seeing all the different birds out, squirrels, groundhogs. Like, this the best day. I ain't gonna lie. I woke up from a nap like maybe 4. It's 6 o'clock right now. It's 6:22. I probably woke up at like 4. So, you know, I'm a little fresh. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little, you know, the day. This is the best day we done had. This is the best day we done had in a long time, really. This is the best day, you know. And earlier, the sun was really beaming. I think it's like 50 degrees right now. 50. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm live, too. Let me make sure I'm live. And then I got a lot of yard work. I forgot I'm connected to the speaker. I'm like, what's that noise? Hey. Okay, bet. So, listen to the birds chirp. They making music for me. Listen to the birds chirp. They making music. Okay. Anyway, what's the weather? It's 66. Wow. It's 66. It's a little breezy, but it feel good though. It feel good. This the best day we done had in a minute. And then, oi. Yeah, 69, 66, 69. Okay, bet. Now, viernes. Mañana. We supposed to get some rain. 95% precipitation. Around 3 to 9. Grrr. We about to get some rain, but it been raining anyway. It been raining. This is the best day we done had. And then I gotta get my yard together. I ain't gonna lie. I'm stepping in mud. A little mud patch right here. I got leaves and shit. I gotta get up that I didn't get up from last season. I gotta get my fireplace going. I gotta get my, you know what I'm saying, my bonfire going. I gotta throw some sticks up in there and get a bonfire going. And then I gotta start weed whacking right now. See, I better get on it now, cause I mean, I gotta maintain my yard. That's what I'm gonna say, because it really needs some work, like some work to where, like, when I do the yard, I ain't gotta really do too much. But really, in order to get to that, you see the trees, like, you know what I'm saying? I got trees. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just gonna take some, like, it's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some, like, what do you call it? Really, it's gonna be a process. You know, it ain't gonna happen overnight. And it's gonna take some manpower, some man hours, especially to do it without having to charge nobody. But I know a couple, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple numbers, and I know a couple people. I done shook some hands, like, yeah, I'm gonna need some help. So, you know, I'm gonna have to make do what it do. But I'm just saying, like, I gotta do what I'm supposed to do too, you know. And that's, I have tools. I have a chainsaw, weed whacker, lawnmower. I have tools. So it ain't no excuse, you know what I mean? And then I know how to use the tools, ain't no excuse. So definitely got yard work I gotta keep. And then not only my yard, that's a beautiful bird. I might have to start a bird watching channel or something. I don't know. I might have to get into the bird watching. I'll be watching birds and nature and the squirrels and groundhogs. I don't get the deer like that because, you know, I mean, they be in the city, but more so out the city limits. You know what I mean? Where the woods, like the forests, be really vast. You know what I mean? Then you got the dirt roads. Motherfucking deer pop out on you. You know what I'm saying? But let me walk through the portal. I'm talking too much. Hey, wait a minute. Like my first routine after maybe a week or two. Bro, it's crazy. Like, if you don't stay on top of your routine, a week will go by, 2 weeks will go by, a month will go by, like so fast. It's crazy. Even with the content creation, even with going live, even when it comes to going live, making a video, or acting on ideas, you gotta act on it. You have to act on it, or time go by. You know what I'm saying? Like a day like this. Okay, it's a beautiful day. But what if I didn't go live? That's a waste of a day, because it's about to rain. It's 95% chance of precipitation. 95% chance of precipitation. That means it's gonna rain. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna rain. So I'm just gonna waste a beautiful day, and it's really not that muddy compared to, you know what I mean, a couple days ago when it was really raining. And we about to get some more rain. So you just not gonna take advantage of the day. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's what I mean by content creation, going live, even when it comes to my Espanol journey. See, this is calisthenics. I'm chopping it up as well too. This is really what this is really me, you know what I'm saying, chopping it up, mixing it up, connecting with the live, connecting with the live, you know, stabbing at the live, you know what I mean? Letting the live, you know what I'm saying, get a feel for Yuri Santiago, you know what I mean? But really this what it is right here. This is really what it is, you know what I'm saying? This is really what it is. And I can't continue to run from it. I feel like I've been running from it. You know, I can't continue to run from it. You know? That's a seagull. Yeah. Fuck. We gotta add the leg raises in the mix. We gotta add them in the mix too. You know, don't cheat yourself. And that's why I gotta stay consistent. That's my key thing right now, really, in my life at the moment. I gotta be way more consistent than I ever been, because it's 2026. I'm 22. It's 2026 and I am 26. So that means my birthday ain't passed yet. But I'm just saying, I go by the year. I don't even go by my birthday. I'm 26, you know what I'm saying? You know, my birthday just a checkpoint. My birthday right around the corner anyway. My birthday right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? My birthday literally right around the corner. I'm going to do a birthday stream. I'm going to do something special. You know what I mean? My birthday is just a checkpoint though. You know what I'm saying? I'm 26. So that means from really, let's say 2020, you know what I'm saying? Or I would say 2016. 2016, from 16 to 26. What significant changes have you made in your life? Life changing. To where it's going, you know what I mean, continue to carry you throughout your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Pray the Lord keep me to 100. You know what I'm saying? Pray the Lord keep me to 100. Really. You know, as long as possible. But I'm just saying, from 16 years old, I remember I was 16. I remember I was 16. You know what I mean? And I came a long way. I remember I was 16. You know? And I came a long way. That's all I can say right now. I ain't gonna get into too much, really. You know what I'm saying? Give myself a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? Give myself a round of applause. We made it. And then, look, I be doing a lot of sightseeing, or really just watching the sky, keeping my eye in the sky, because it be a lot of traffic. Air traffic, because I'm next to like two airports. One is that way, and then the other one that way. So I'm next to two airports. One is a smaller airport, the other one is a major airline airport, but I be seeing all type of jets land, coming in, zoom. Or they might be taking off, zoom. Yo, depends on what direction they may be coming from, but they always land this way. You know what I mean? So I'm seeing different planes landing, you know, and then I'll be seeing a variety of birds, hawks, falcons. I don't know if I seen a hawk, but I'm just saying falcons. What else? Crows. Well, I ain't seen no pigeons. I'm pretty sure we have pigeons around. I see a seagull before I see a pigeon. Or I see a crow before I see a pigeon. You know what I'm saying? I see a hawk before I see a pigeon. We be having them little brown birds. I don't know what they call. I be seeing red robins. I be seeing little black birds with an orange stripe. I don't know what you call them. I ain't gonna lie, I seen a possum. I think maybe like last week. I seen a possum, fat ass possum. Cats. I don't really have cats around, but they play. Like I see some like running around. Maybe they don't. You know, cats. I don't know. Like, you know, a cat has to choose you really, unless you go to the Humane Society or something. Like cats, I fuck with cats, but more so like they ain't gonna fuck with you unless they choose to, you know, or unless you could like at least bait them in with like a wet meal, a wet meaty meal. You know what I'm saying? Cats like wet meaty meals. You know what I'm saying? You could lure a cat in with some tuna or some sardines or something. They'll remember and come back around, but still be cautious. Go through the portal. What I say? Look at that plane. Wow. Yeah. Like I said, another plane taking off. They way up there. Wow. I'm gonna have to get the Galaxy S24 or 25 or 26, I don't know. I'm thinking Galaxy S24, but whichever one, because I got an iPhone right now. So really, I'm gonna just do what I do with all the tech that I have at my disposal. But I'm just saying, like, to elevate the content, you know what I'm saying? I definitely need a dedicated phone. A dedicated phone for content. I'm thinking Galaxy might be the way to go. iPhone 17, this and that. Look, I seen on a video, I don't know if it's AI, but I seen on a video, I don't know if it was an advertisement. Look, man, they zoomed in to the moon with the Galaxy. So I'm like, look, I gotta do what I gotta do with what I have. But when we upgrade, we going the Galaxy route. I'm not getting another iPhone unless you look. I ain't gonna say nothing on that. I ain't gonna speak on that. Anyway, this really just a chop up, though. This is really just me following up my last live, you know what I'm saying? Just following up. I know it's been a week or two. Really just enjoying the day, the sun, the clear sky, the nice, I ain't gonna say the night, just the nice breezy, lukewarm weather, you know? Just enjoying outside. I got some yard work to do. Really, okay, let's do a key takeaway. The key takeaway from this live, if anything, It's really consistency. Consistency. Another plane? Oh yeah, they taking off in a jet. They taking off in a jet. What kind of jet? A Lear? What's that, a Lear jet? Yo, that's a Lear jet. That's a Lear. And I told you, like, I be seeing Allegiant, they be landing like crazy. They be taking off and landing like crazy. I done seen Allegiant take off so many times, especially getting off the clock. I'll walk outside, see Allegiant literally taking off. Like, whoa! They done took off. Look, I punch out like one of these. Hold on. Walk through the portal real quick. Hey. Woo! Hold up. Look, I'm walking out the building. Dude, open up the door. The Legion taking off. You know what I'm saying? And I just stopped. And just, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm mesmerized, you know what I mean? They taking off, safe travels. You know what I'm saying? They taking off. You know, that's symbolic to me, you know what I'm saying? It's a work of art. You know what I'm saying? Mankind at play. You know what I'm saying? Literally, you go from one destination to another, any city, any part of the world, no matter where you go. Especially you take transportation like a train, bullet train, speed train, like one of them, anything, transportation, Uber, taxi, a bus, you know what I'm saying, a plane. Take what other form of transportation can you take? Walk, on a bike, road trip, van life, camper. All I'm saying is, no matter where you go, you know what I'm saying, you jumping into another timeline, another dimension. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother dimension in real time. You know what I mean? You time traveling in real time. Time traveling in real time is real. I ain't gonna lie. When I'm doing my pull-ups, and this is just an observation, you know what I mean? I don't know if I need to do some yoga, because I was tapped into the yoga. I ain't been doing it as of lately, though. But like when I'm doing my pull-ups, and then when I do my leg raises, like my hips, my lower back, and then my legs, you know what I mean? It's really supposed to be from the core. You know what I mean? But when I do the first leg raise, I feel uncoordinated, and I feel like, how can I explain? I feel stiff. You know that's what it is. I feel kind of stiff doing my leg raises, you know, and my pull-ups feel pretty good, you know, but that's where consistency comes into play, because it's the little things like actually stretching, actually keeping on top of my yoga. You know, it's something that I have to do. Everybody don't have to do yoga. Everybody don't have to stretch, but it's something that I, you know what I mean, at least, you know I need to have a focus on it. I've been on it for some time, but I kind of fell off of it. But I'm just saying, like, I need that personally. Me, like, I need that flexibility. Constantly training my flexibility, especially before like a major workout. Right now, I'm just chopping it up. Right now, I'm just mixing it up. Right now, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, off the top, whatever comes to mind, you know. And then I'm going to walk through the portal, do 9, you know, do a couple leg raises. But I'm just talking to myself because I got to take my training more seriously. I got to I got to be more consistent with my training. But also be intentional, know what it is I'm focused on, you know, and improving on that. You know what I mean? By doing doing the things that matter, that's going to set me up for success. And flexibility training, you know, doing my yoga, stretching, that is what's going to help me in the long run. Ultimately, I feel like, you know, it's all up to me though, you know. There's no excuse. There's no excuse in the world that I have. If I'm not doing something I'm supposed to be doing it and I'm not doing it, there's really no excuse, you know. You got to take care of your business. Life happens, you know. But I ain't got no kids. I don't have a family. Don't get me wrong, I have family, but I haven't created a family of my own. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I have to continue to strengthen myself to the maximum. Continue to elevate to new levels and setting the bar high, raising the bar, elevating the standard. We outside with a clear sky and the sun shining. Before it rained, and we was out here before it was shining and before it rained with the moon and the stars. So I'm just saying, before you had your family, you got at least, you know what I'm saying, you got to be able to show them. You got to be able to, you have a family. Me personally, if I have a family, you know I'm going foreign with it. You know I'm going foreign. I go South America, you know what I'm saying? I'm going South America, Central America, South America. You know what route I'm going, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to Espanol route. I'm going to Espanol route. Where is South America? Where is South America? I know where South America is on the map, but I'm just saying, like, right here, where is South America? Where do I point? Where do I point? You know what I'm saying? Where do I point? North, east? Let me get my compass. Or my, how you say it in Spanish? The brujel. Look, north. This north, east, south. O. What's O? O is west? What is O? North. So where do I point if I want to go South America? Look, we going South America. We going South America. Really, we might just go, man, you know we touching down Santo Domingo. You know we touching down Santo Domingo. You know what I mean? Then you know we go Santo Domingo. That means we definitely going Colombia. And then we go Colombia, really, I'm making my way to Peru. That might just be it. You know what I'm saying? And we know we go to Peru, Brazil too. Yeah, South America, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Africa, it's some spots, you know what I mean? I want to hit up in Africa as well. It's some spots that, you know, Japan, Vietnam, Thailand. I'm pretty sure there's other, you know, Philippines, or I'm pretty sure there's other Asian, South Asian, or, you know what I mean, Asian countries and African countries, you know what I mean, that will be a great experience to travel, you know what I mean, and experience. But my focus really South America, Central America, South America. That I want to go that route. Me personally, I want to go that route. You know what I mean? I want to go that route. I definitely want to go that route, you know. We have a lot of options. We have a lot of options. My options open, you know. My options open. I have a lot of options, you know. But really, I've been tapping into Medellin, you know, República Dominicana, Santo Domingo, Punta Cana, you know, Sosúa. But really, like, if I travel, you know what I'm saying? When I travel, the way that I move when I travel, not if, but when, you know what I'm saying? When we get it together the way we get it together, we got business to take care of here in America, you know? It is what it is, you know? But we gonna get to that point where we get to traveling, right? The way that I move, really, I'm there for the culture. I'm there for the food. I'm there for the vibes. You know what I mean? Content. Most of all, content. Connecting in the language. That's part of culture. Dancing. Really ain't got no moves right now in the bag, but we coming with some dancing. What else? I said food. What else? Just the sights, the nature, the environment, the people. That's part of culture, and the women. You know what I'm saying? The women. You know, the way that I go about that though, we ain't about to be no crash out dummies overseas, and just, you know what I mean. We not just about to be going. Look, we going for the ripest fruit. You know what I'm saying? We going for the ripest fruit. You know, we picking the ripest fruit, and we ain't about to get no nothing rotten, sour. You know, no. You know what I'm saying? We grabbing the ripest mango. You know what I'm saying? The ripest mango, and that's gonna go how it go. And we gonna have a wonderful experience, you know. And what else can I say? You know what I'm saying? What else can I say? But right now, we got business to take care of. You know, we got business to take care of. That's what it is. And that's what it really is. We got business to take care of, you know. That's just what it is for me. Maybe a lot of other people too. We got business to take care of. Before we even get, I can't just abandon what I have going on. I cannot abandon what I have going on. I have business to take care of. Even with this right here, right now, you know, it ain't going nowhere. And really, I still don't even have my passport. So that's something I'm gonna do. That's something I'm gonna do on this channel, Yuri Santiago. I'ma document the process of me receiving my passport. Now our first trip, that's gonna be next. That's gonna be next. You know what I mean? No matter how long that it takes. You know what I mean? That's what's next. How long I've been live though? Let me see. About like 30 minutes. You know, not bad. We gotta walk through this portal though. Don't run away from it. We gotta walk through the portal. And this is what it is. This is what it is. Now I gotta do my yard. Gotta cut my grass. Weed whack. This is serious. I got some work to do. You know. I can't say I ain't got nothing to keep me busy, so that's all I'm gonna say. I gotta stay out the way and do what keep my head on the swivel, stay focused, you know, cause we have projects. You know, we have projects. Pending projects that's, you know what I mean, got to keep the ball rolling. Got to keep the momentum going, you know. But yeah, like this right here, going live, tapping in with the people, just tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Chopping it up, mixing it up. No matter how I do it, as long as I tap in, because this is what it's gonna take. I go to Santo Domingo, I go to Medellin, Colombia, or Cali, Colombia, or I go to Lima, Peru. I go to where else? Belize. Where else? Costa Rica. Where else? I mean, I got to tap into more countries. You know what I mean? I'm more so just be tapping into what I've been looking at really, or you know what I'm saying, just what I be vibing on really. But I got to tap in with more countries. You know. Brazil, Bahia, Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Salvador, Brazil. Yeah, it's really more spots. Sao Paulo, Brazil. Where else? Ecuador. Venezuela. We gonna tap in. But I'm just saying all that to say, okay, you know, if that's how I'm moving, right? This is the influence. If that's how I'm gonna move in life, this is my influence right here. This is my influence, the portal. This is the portal that I'm gonna walk through. That's gonna get me. That's gonna, you know, the results that I get from walking through this portal is what's gonna translate into my entire lifestyle, my entire vision of the way I see myself living my later years, you know. Because really, I have to set myself up. Okay, I'm 26. Let's think another 10-year stretch, 36. And then 46. And then 66. You know what I'm saying? We still got to make it to 56, but I'm just saying, like, okay, if I do the right thing now, and I stay locked in, right, over time, really, it's really about setting myself up for success in my later years, you know what I mean? Instant gratification, you know, one everything right now. Want everything to happen at once right now, in the moment, like, it ain't gonna get you, that ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna last. You know what I'm saying? You wanna do the hard part now, so later you could really receive those benefits and really, you know what I'm saying, like really had that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? The ease, you know, and be living that lifestyle that you truly envision for yourself. But the only way you're gonna do it, you know what I'm saying? The only way you're gonna really only way that is truly possible, you gotta walk through that portal. You have to step through the portal. Ain't no running away from it. And this is the influence. This is my influence. Like, what else? You know, I have to be true to self. What else I'm sure over time, yes, there will be other things that I will have other endeavors. But it's only gonna grow from, you know what I'm saying? It ain't, my bad. I wasn't clicking right there, but you know what I'm trying to say. You know, and we live. It's off the top, no script. You know, I'm not even looking at myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out in nature. I'm outside. And then I'm just looking at the camera, got the camera posted up, you know. Chop it up with myself, really, you know. Talk to myself, really, you know. I'm really presenting. This is a presentation. Let's walk through that portal. Okay. And this is where I say my flexibility come into play too, because I feel kind of stiff right here though. It's really right here. That's why I say I gotta really work on my flexibility. I think it's probably core strength too. I feel kind of stiff doing that first leg raise. It feels awkward when it comes to my hips. Doing the raise, it kind of feel heavy at the bottom. But like when I do the first one, I kind of adjust and try to use more core strength, you know, instead of like using my hips. You know what I'm saying? To focus on the movement. My focus point is really my core. But like I was saying, I'm just talking to myself. So when I replay it and I listen to myself, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Not only that, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah. Let me get right. But yeah, it kind of feel weird, you know. And then I don't know if it's my knees, you know. I don't know if I can't be unk yet. I'm 26, but damn, I can't be unk yet. You know what I'm saying? Let's say let's get right. Let's get right, you know what I'm saying? Stay focused. Like I said, your later years, you know, I'm 26, I'm still relatively young, but, you know, time waits on no man. You know what I'm saying? Time waits on no man. You know, time gonna keep doing what it do. You know what I'm saying? The perception of time, at least, you know. But on top of that, though, yeah, preparing yourself for your later years, you know. Really staying focused. I'm not rushing anything, though. I'm not rushing anything, but I am mapping it out, and I'm trapping it out. And I ain't talking about, you know, no dope boy. I'm just saying map it out, trap it out, as far as, you know, taking it overseas. You know what I'm saying? You gotta map it out, trap it out, make it make sense for you, and have a plan, and be working accordingly to that plan, and seeing that plan through. Take care of your business. You gotta take care of business. That's what it is. And really, you know, take care of business. You gotta map it out, trap it out. You know, because everything not gonna happen all at once. It's a process. It's a process. You know, it's a process to get everything wrapped up, locked down the way it's supposed to be. You know, the best as possibly, you know what I'm saying, humanly you can, you know. This is the best that, you know how. The best that you can do. You better exceed those standards. You know? If you do anything less, you cheat yourself. You cheat yourself. Especially, man, come on. Look, the Lord done bless you with everything you possibly, and willing to give you even more. But, you know, you have to show gratitude. You have to be grateful. You know, there's no excuse. Thank the Lord for a new day, and do better than you did. Do better than you did yesterday. Let's walk through the portal. Let's walk through again. Let's walk through the portal again. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's get right. Hey, them leg raises feel way better though. They felt way better that go around. For that round. I'm low key gas. Hold on. Okay. This is what you want though. This is a fight. It's a fight. It's a fight. Fuck. Let's go. Let's fight for it. Fuck. One more. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take that. I'll take that. Hey. I'll take that. I will accept that. And them leg raises feel way better too. A beautiful day though. Nonetheless, it's been a beautiful day. I think I'm gonna cut it. I think I'm gonna cut it. I am your host, Yuri Santiago. I will be coming with more live streams, calisthenic live streams. We're going to hop into a deeper bag with the calisthenics. We're going to continue to chop it up, mix it up. You know, I definitely have some more. I have some more content on the way when it comes to language learning. I done came to the realization that, you know, I really when it comes to YouTube, you have to be key locked in on a specific topic, a niche, a genre. You have to be locked in. You have to be intentional with what type of content that you are creating. You have to be intentional as far as, you know what I mean, for the algorithm to truly, you know what I mean, put you out there in the search, put you out there in the recommendations. I'm still relatively small, right? But I feel like, you know, I'm not intentional enough. I'm not specific enough when it comes to the type of content that I'm posting, you know. So I'm gonna put more of an emphasis on language learning. Catch me live on Twitch, Yuri Santiago 33. We're gonna do a couple test runs, you know. Really, I've been going live. I haven't been live in a minute, but when I was going live, I was more so, you know, chopping it up, mixing it up, you know what I'm saying? Talking to the cam, whatever come to mind, freestyle type, you know. And then more so what I'm doing now, but, you know, I play the game. You know, I might hop on Last of Us, I might play Among Us. But I came to a realization I really need to go up with a gaming channel if I'm gonna play if I'm really gonna game like that. I need to create a gaming channel, because like I said, you know, you want to really truly be intentional with the content that you post, you know. And I don't want to be everywhere, you know. So language learning, we setting up the classroom, we setting up the school, we setting up the classroom. Look, I'm gonna be the teacher. Even if I don't know the language or know how to speak it, I'm gonna be learning and teaching at the same time. Make it make sense. I have to, you know what I'm saying? I gotta jump it off. I have to. So we're gonna set up the classroom. We're gonna set up the classroom. Until then, you know, I'm gonna just continue to do the best that I could do, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to dropping the content. And I'm really gonna detach myself from any result. I'm gonna just detach myself from views or likes or who commented this and that. If I see somebody comment or if I get some likes, cool, you know what I mean, respond to the comment, interact. That's a part of being a content creator, you know what I mean, interact with the audience, you know what I'm saying, you know, engage with the audience, you know, the community, the network, the ecosystem, You know, the soul tribe. You gotta tap in with the people. Yes, of course. But I'm just saying, like, I'm detaching from like any validation of, you know what I mean, striving to be seen. You know, I'ma just put in the effort, continue to do what I do the best way that I can do it, continue to be as creative, just pushing my limits when it comes to my creativity, because there is no limit. Just pushing myself to, you know what I mean, do something different. And just continue, be consistent. You know, like, that's where I'm at right now in life. You know, like, my consistency, that's one thing I could say that, you know, I need to really zone in on more than ever, is consistency, being locked in, discipline, consistency, and having a plan for the day. You know, a plan of action, a routine, day to day. You know what I mean? Of course, life happens. Of course, you got to take care of this or that. You know, somebody might need you. You know what I'm saying? You might have to put something on hold. So your people might need you. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You know, that's cool. I'm absolutely fine with that, because if I need my people, I know, you know, I know they'll be there for me. I know that, and I don't abuse that whatsoever. You know, but countless times, you know, my people came through for me, so I'm gonna come through for my people. You know what I mean? You know, I know a lot of people may be feeling isolated nowadays. You know, me too. But, you know, at the same time, you still gotta, you know, at the same time, like, you still have to, you never know who might need you, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, do your due diligence. What goes around comes around. And just have discernment, you know? But I'm enjoying the clear skies, the blue sky. The breezy weather. Only thing I could say is, you know, more content on the way. 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 And more, really, when I say more content on the way, expect more language learning content revolved around Espanol, learning Espanol, learning how to comprehend and speak Espanol. You know, I'm gonna be learning in the process and teaching at the same time. So, however, I don't know, but I know I'm gonna have to set that up. You know, so look, I'm letting you know what to expect. You know. I'm letting you know what to expect. So, expect the unexpected. Really. That's all I'm gonna say. Expect the unexpected. I'm done talking on that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's something that I definitely been lacking on anyway. That's something I've been sleeping on anyway. You know what I mean? Expect more calisthenics. You know, we gonna definitely hop into a deeper bag. We definitely gonna hop into a more of a, you know what I mean, intense workout. You know what I mean? Right now, just me tapping in, chopping it up, mixing it up, freestyle, getting a lot of thoughts off my head. You know, a lot of, you know, cause I ain't been live in like 2 weeks really. On none of my accounts. I ain't been live, so this is just me like getting everything off my chest really, you know. But we definitely gonna have to hop into a deeper bag when it comes to the calisthenics. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know, we can't run from that. Yeah, calisthenics language learning. That's my niche. That's my like focus when it comes to YouTube algorithm, when it comes to even my online brand persona, my online avatar. I'm gonna continue to do what I do, tap in with the people, chop it up, mix it up, you know what I'm saying? You know, go live, talk, but more so, my focus is language learning and calisthenics. That's my root, really. That's the root. So we gonna keep it going, you know. We gonna keep it going. And we just gonna keep it going. That's all I'm gonna say. We gonna keep it going. You know, that's all I'm gonna say on that. You know? But I'm about to wrap it up. I'm about to cut the live. I'm gonna walk through the portal one more time. And yeah. What else needs to be said? I done said everything that needs to be said. It's a beautiful day. It's an X in the sky. Wait a minute, it's 3 X's in the sky. It's 3 X's in the sky. Shout out to XXX. Tentacion. It's 3 X's in the sky. Whoa. Okay, we're gonna have to fight for it. Woo, come on. Okay, hold on.